Hello and welcome to the United Stand. We are live. Let me get the live comments box up because I know that you all enjoy that and it's a big part of the show. But I'm also going to do... why won't it give it me that? What an arse. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Live comments isn't going to work, I don't think. I don't know why that is. Oh, I do know. Right. I can sort that out in a minute while we're doing something else. But first of all, Manchester United v Bournemouth live preview. We are live, as I've said a million times, and it is the Premier League is back. I can't wait for it. It's back. Hopefully, straight after this show, you'll jump straight over onto Fan TV, where I'm hopefully going to be live there tonight at about 9 o'clock. So stick with us. Got lots and lots ongoing. Is this working? I've got a bit of a problem with my YouTube, but everything's going off. Let's start off with the exciting bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You ready? Right. There is my lineup for the Bournemouth v Manchester United game. As you can see, Paul Pogba is on the bench. I really do not think that he can make the game on Sunday because although Jose has said that he has been playing a lot of basketball and doing a bit of basket weaving as well, he won't be fully fit to play on Sunday. I wouldn't expect him to come straight in. I do expect him to get about half an hour though. This is not my lineup, but this is how I think we will line up. David De Gea in goal, Valencia right back, Bailly and Blind centre backs because there is no Chris Smalling, he's suspended, Luke Shaw left back, Fellaini, Rooney and Carrick in the midfield as the last game. I think it's a massive indicator, that Wembley game. I know a lot of people don't. And also Lingard on the right, Martial on the left, Ibrahimovic up front. So that means on the bench. And the bench is sometimes the most interesting bit. Ridham, you can watch Fan TV by going into the video description where I'll direct you all when I'm going to go live on there. So do not worry. Rojo and Romero, Herrera, Schneiderlin, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Rashford. That means no matter this time. We know we had no Memphis or Darmian last time. No matter. And it does matter. But that is the team I think he will go with. I'm waiting to see what lot you've already thought. What would your lineup be as Mark, Andre Robinson? I'm going to tell you now. The changes I would make. This is how I think Jose is going to go. And I think it's going to be very much the same as the team he had against Wembley. I don't think that was a smoke screen. I really do. My team would be... Yes, Darmian would come in at right back. I want a specialist right back. I would play Blind at centre back because we haven't got Smalling. I would play Shaw and Bailly and De Gea. No problem with that. I probably would play Carrick as the holding midfielder. However, I wouldn't play Fellaini. I would play Herrera in there. And my number 10 would be still Rooney, but Mkhitaryan would be out on the right. So the key changes I would make would Valencia for Darmian, so you've got a specialist. Fellaini for Herrera because I think he's a better box-to-box player. Bournemouth are not a tall side either. They play football, so we should match them. And Lingard out for Mkhitaryan. I wouldn't even have Fellaini on the bench. I would get rid of him completely and I would bring in Mata onto the bench. Lingard I would keep on the bench for Mkhitaryan. Valencia obviously is going to start. That's my lineup. That's what I think. Hope you're liking the fact that we're doing this now. Lines. Mad Marcus prefers my lineup, and there we are. Right, I've done that bit. So let me just add something in here, and I want to get the live comments up, and I do not care what anybody says because it's the most important thing of this show for me is to have it, and you can see how it works. Look, pull it down there. Pull it up there. I mean, who else does this for you live on a show, eh? Brilliant. Even applauding myself. There we go. Are you having that? Come on. Are you having it? Brilliant. It's not how I would perfectly like it, but you're part of the show. That's what we wanted. So yes, Bournemouth, good footballing side. I really do think they're going to be up for it. Somebody said, what's my score prediction for the game? I'm going to go 2-1 Manchester United because I want to be positive about things. Goal scoring wise, Fan TV going to be with me about 9 o'clock. Anders about 9 o'clock, so get ready for that. Boom. But yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 to Manchester United. Bournemouth, first game of the season at home. They will be up for it. It is a cup final for them, so do expect that. I want the United Stand Army to come over to Fan TV because I can tell you right now that they currently have 31 people watching. Watch what happens when we go. Watch what happens. I'm looking forward to that. Fix your hair, Mark. Apparently I'm going on with Sunderland fans. I can't bloody wait because they can take Fellaini and they're going to get some for that Poznan when we didn't win the league. And Moyes, they can have him as well. Can take Rojo as well. Bog off. Buy one, get one free. But yeah, 2-1 to Manchester United. I think it will be a difficult game. I think if we play like we did at Wembley, we might struggle. I think, carrying such a slow midfield, we might struggle. But he's going to have to use the bench. And hopefully defensively we'll stay in the game. I'm loving the live comments. It's massive. Give us a like if you like this new setup, because I think it's really good to do these live. I get bored of the pre-records. You know the pre-records when I stand in front and go this, this, this. I'm not getting anything back. I much prefer doing it like this. Yeah, Red Memphis says the United Stand Army is going to take over Fan TV. Well, that's United this season, hopefully. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1. In relation to, I'm looking there to see if anybody, Abinami Bhatti, Smalling suspension is not over. It didn't count in the Community Shield, so he just play. Community Shield lineup is not Jose's preferred lineup, says Massan. I hope you're right. Mark, do you have a link straight to Fan TV? It's in the video description, second paragraph. You'll go straight to there. Draughty Devil, my setup. It is yours, Draughty. We're not messing around with it anymore. It's not Sunday Night Live. You might want to change that for us for the previews, but I'm loving it. Look what I can do, Draughty. Watch. Are you impressed? I hope you're going to be really proud of me now. Watch. Oh, now I've gone to the wrong one. Oh, there we go. Look, there's my lineup, and I can talk about it as well. It's all going off on the United Stand. We can even go into different areas, like when we were talked about Aubameyang in Studio 3. Nothing going on in Studio 8. That's my Skype thing. Oh, look, that's another one. All going off. Lots going off. And all for the best. All for you lot. So I hope you contribute. Get contributing on Patreon and we can get even better stuff. And you can get your questions read out. But and subscribe to this United Stand Extra Time. What was I going to say? So yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult game against Bournemouth. I think they will definitely give us a tough game, but I think we will win 2-1. The one thing I think people are getting concerned is about we might have a slow start like we did with under Louis van Gaal. But don't underestimate the fact that Jose Mourinho is a man who totally and utterly breaks down a season. I've said this a few times now, so for those who I'm repeating it to, sorry, but he breaks down a season so well. And he will look at Bournemouth and he'll go, 3 points. We need 3 points from that game. And I think that's what will happen as well. Moving it on to what I think, why no Memphis on the bench? Alec Mult, happy to take your questions. We'll look at the bench. Let's go back and look at the bench. Just look at the bench there, right? I've got Romero, Rojo, Herrera, Schneidlin, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Rashford. There's no Mata. There's no Memphis. There's no Darmian. There's no Ashley Young. And then you look at the team is basically the team I think he'll pick. It's not my team. That's what I think he'll pick from Wembley. The trouble with it is that people, no Thuzu Menza. I'd have Pereira on there. It's hard to get on the bench. I probably would I find a place on that bench for Memphis? Considering I'd swap Valencia for Darmian, Fellaini for Herrera, and Lingard for Mkhitaryan. I'd keep Lingard on the bench. Yeah, I'd probably find a place for Memphis, I suppose. Yeah, probably would do. But, Lingard injured, says Ben McGarry. If he's injured, then I think Mkhitaryan hopefully starts. I really do hope that, but we'll have to see. I want Mkhitaryan to start. I think he's got to start. He's a fantastic player. Conlan, when I go on to the Fan TV, you will be getting a massive shout out. Do not worry. I want you all to come over with me. But what's your thoughts for the season? I think if you watched us last night, and I presume you did, and I must just say, fantastic. We got hacked early on. There's a video up on the United Stand channel from when we got hacked. Was it BMC or DMC did it? Brilliant video. Go and watch that. I thought it was really, really funny. Obviously, we weren't really hacked, but it was a very, very good video. Thoughts for the season? I think we're going to win the league. I really do think we're going to win the league. Only recently I've thought this. I think it's really wrong for us to think we can win the league, but Jose's a winner. We've got Pogba, Zlatan, Mkhitaryan. We've got Martial, De Gea already. These are world-class players. We've got a winning manager. Dorothy, you've had your shout-out. And I just can't look beyond us winning the league. I think it'd be a massive achievement to do it, but that is my prediction. We've got to have a good start. We've got to have a good start to the season, and I think we will. We've got Bournemouth. We've got Southampton on the Friday night, and then I think we've got Wigan before we get Man City. That could potentially be 9 points, but we've got to play better. We've got to play better than we have done. But you know what? I'd rather have a rubbish pre-season and a good season than a good pre-season and a bad start to the season like we had with Van Gaal. That is definitely true. Dan wants to shout out, says Draughty Devil. If you want to shout out, contribute via Patreon. There we go. £2,000 a weekly United Stand podcast gets. You've only contributed $60 to us. We're poor. Help us. He wants one on Sky TV as well, Mark. Oh yes, 21 times and more to come. Michael Bowers on Fan TV, says a.f.c Madness. If we still had Louis van Gaal manager, do you think we would have whizzed through? You're whizzing me through. Carrick fans getting very excited for the new season. I just hope we provide a title challenge this time round. Yeah, I think it's a good point. You know what? I think we could go second place would be a massive improvement, but it's not till you actually sit down and think about what second place is. I know a lot of us think, oh, that's quite good. But as Kyle Beats says, let's grind out some results at the start of the season and then go for it in the second part of the season. I might just have a... Oh no, it's all right. I thought they were trying to Skype me, which they're clearly not. I'm sure they will do. But when you're actually in that second place, it's like, we're winners at Manchester United. We are winners, and I think we'd be disappointed by second place, especially to somebody like Man City or Chelsea. I know it's a massive step up, but we've got to go. You know, reach for the stars, and you might reach for the sun, reach for the moon. You might hit the stars. Exactly, good one, Goldbridge. But sign Matt up for TUS Mark. He's really funny and would be great alongside you if he's interested. Says Lynn Hall. I think he will be. We're making some fantastic. You know, United have made some fantastic signings. I think we've made some really good signings this summer. Some old faces hopefully coming back as well. Watch out for that one. But you know, Dan's been fantastic. The lad today, was it Matt? Matt Brownie Cake, I think, or something like that. NBC, yeah. And Chris had a good debut on Sunday, although the connection wasn't great. I thought he was good. Kev, hopefully, he's going to be doing his fan cam on Friday, which is good for the channel. So for all of, I know loads of you have joined us over the summer, but it's been a bit of a skeleton crew over the summer. But we've got big names coming back in. When Mark goes on Fan TV, spam their chat with King of the North, says Dan. I think, you know what, I think Fan TV will just be ecstatic if they go up from 50 people watching to over 1,000, which is probably what we can do for them. You know, this is what the United stands about. It's about fan opinion, and that's what we want to happen. Luke Everson, can you do a collaboration with the True Geordie? If he wanted to do one, we'd do one. I bet he wouldn't. When do you think Pogba first will be? Ricky French. I think when would you think he'll first play? I think he'll come on Sunday. I don't think, I've said 2-1 for those who've joined us a bit late. I don't think it will be a great game. I think Bournemouth will be up for it, and I think we are still finding our feet with Jose. And I think if we can grind, this is where it all starts. Get excited, everybody. We've had a fantastic summer. We might even sign some more people, but this is where it all starts. 3 points are up for grabs. It's the start of the Premier League on Sunday for us, and it's 3 points. These 3 points at the end of the season could be huge, so we've got to go and get the 3 points. There can be no talk about a point or point's a good result. We've got to go and win this. This is what Manchester United are now. It's a new world. It's a new era. It's going to take time for us to start playing well, but we've got to hit the ground running, because a couple of bad results, or even a bad result, and you know what the press are going to do. They're going to be all over us like a rash, and we do not want that to happen. So yeah, I'm going 2-1 against Bournemouth. I'm looking forward to it. Sunday lunchtime, we'll be there with the watch along. And if you're asking me who's going to score, I don't think you can go. I don't like doing who's going to score because I think it's ridiculous. But I don't think you can go far wrong from Zlatan, 2-1. What I loved about Zlatan, I was talking to somebody about it today, Birmingham fan, but they were on about Leicester will struggle this year because their defenders are not playing very well. Wes Morgan and Robert Huth bullied everybody last year, and they won the league. On Sunday, Zlatan bullied the big bully Wes Morgan. In a good way, he bullied everybody. Got no problem with that, Morgan. He dominated everybody. And Zlatan just gave us something we've not had for so long, which is a ball in the box, bang. It's a whole new dimension to our game. The frustrating thing in the Community Shield, we weren't putting enough balls into the box. In fact, I think the only person who's been consistently crossing is Valencia, which is why he got 4 assists in pre-season. We need to put some decent balls into the box. Mkhitaryan will give us that. That's what Zlatan will bring. So I would say Zlatan will score a goal. Martial looks very rusty, but he's only just sort of coming back. This is the thing, we've got players from last year who, some of them were world class anyway, like Martial and De Gea. Then you've got a load of players who've been suppressed, like Schneiderlin, maybe people like Memphis, Herrera, Darmian, who can come and express themselves. Then we've got the new signings. And, Rooney is going to start the season whether we want him to or not. And if he gets something out of him, that's another good player within there. Be-A-Rate wants a shout out, contribute to Patreon for us for that. Can't wait for the watch along, says Mark79. Well, we've had some fantastic watch alongs this season, haven't we? And I think this one is going to be the big one. I can't wait for it. Can't wait for the season to start. I mean, it's going to be great. Official Kush, it's your first time watching live. Get commented in the live comments where you think we're going to finish this season. I've put I don't care. I think we're going to win the league. I do think we're going to win the league, and it's not just we're going to win the league arrogance. I've really sat down and thought about it, and I thought with the players that we've bought, if we can grind results out at the start, like somebody said, with the manager we've got who's world class, And the fact that second place is the first place loser for Manchester United and Jose, and we've got so many wounded animals in our team. The club in itself has had a bad 3 years. Jose was chewed up and spat out by Chelsea. He's a wounded animal. Pogba's coming back with a point to prove. Zlatan's got a point to prove in England. There's so many people with points to prove, and I think that's a dangerous thing as soon as we start clicking. And I think we've got a massive, massive squad. Josh says first. Ian MacGyver says first or second. A lot of you saying first. Andrew Liu says third. Lee Polton first. Lewis Connell second. Sam and a.f.c second. Jose Mourinho first or second. You should be going first. Drawty saying Middlesbrough for the league. You heard it here first. Somebody probably said Leicester last year. Hopefully we aren't finished with signings, says Jake Bill. We're going to win the league, says Marino Sack. Thomas Failgate's gone Borough as well. I tell you what, Borough, they've got Negrado, haven't they? They've got a couple of decent signings. I don't think Borough will go down. Hopefully Sunderland will go down. Blame the Pickle says first, and I think first due. Matthew Reyes is saying first. Lot of firsts. Top 3 from Philo there. Mark, you never answer my question, says Jade. They whiz by, mate. Maybe get on United Stand Extra Time on a Sunday, because we always answer the questions there. There's a lot less of you. But yeah, a lot of firsts. Mohammed Hussein saying 9th. What are you on, Mohammed? No way is that going to happen. I tell you what I would say though. Let's say worst case scenario, if we're like messing around mid-table at the end of the season, I would not sack the manager. I wouldn't say that. And you know, you can hold me up on that. I think he's the right manager. I think he will do things that I don't agree with, but that's part and parcel of football. If we agreed with everything, it'd be quite boring. I don't agree about Schweinsteiger. I don't agree about loaning Pereira out, but I totally back the manager, and I think he's the right manager, and I won't be I'm not for turning, and I hope a lot of you won't be as well. We did give Van Gaal 14 months. We were critical in that first 14 months of the football, and I think we'll be critical this month if the football's rubbish, but it's got to take time, and we've never really resolved the problems of Sir Alex leaving. He did leave a few problems. I think it's a myth to say he left a mess. He left a team of champions, but yeah, I really do. I do hope that it's going to go well, and I suspect it will. But it's got to start off with United, and it's got to start off with a win on Sunday. I don't. This is what we've got to demand as fans. We've got to start off with a win. Yeah, it's not the end of the world if we don't, but they'll be gunning for us. A lot of people will be gunning for us. 1, because Jose's back managing our club. 2, because of the signings we've made. 3, because we've broken the world transfer record. Yes, we broke the world transfer record. So the people are gunning for us. People hate us again. That's a brilliant thing. They do hate us, but we will be getting a lot of stick. I never care about external rivals. I just do not care. I think the one thing about the last 3 years is it's been a good time to self-reflect as a United fan, and I can deal with the bad times. I'll moan about it, but I can deal with the bad times. But so I don't worry about what rivals say, but do expect it. Do expect it. Dan Reed saying hashtag Zara back. That's not happening. She's very welcome back, but she's doing fantastic with what she's doing. And still speak to Zara, and all the best to her. I think she's covering the Olympics at the moment for BBC. Fantastic. She's doing really well. Ronaldo is in Manchester for medical, says HJ Karki. Unbeatable, says MR7. When is United Stand closing their transfer window, says Dan Reed. I don't know. We might have 1 or 2 signings in the pipeline. Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 more. Don't worry about that, Dan. But we've secured you, so don't worry. Like the video, guys, says Jack Blur. That'd be great. We will be moving over to Fan TV to go live on Fan TV, hopefully in the next 5 minutes or so. So stick with us. We'll then kill this stream, and the link to Fan TV is in the video description, so get involved with that. I'll also tweet it out. They've got 62 people watching at the moment. I'm really excited. I think it's just, hopefully we'll whack them up over 1,000, hopefully, but let's wait and see. Zara is on Twitter, Dan Butterworth. I think she's Zara Connolly now. She was Zara Silverstone here. Can't believe people really thought that was her name. It was a bit of a joke. Gold Bridge Silverstone. Give Drawty the credit for that. I'll tell you what, I probably will be going on Fan TV in a minute. Does anybody want me to say anything? Specifically in relation to Sunderland, I've already got the dig about Poznan and the please take Fellaini, but Backer says we're talking rubbish. Did you live through the 80s? They were bad times, says Robert Burns. Oh, I was very young. I didn't really. I'm not going to lie and say that I enjoyed it in a bad way. But I do remember Michael Knighton and the 4-1 and the Neil Webb first game of the season against Arsenal. I mean, remember him juggling the balls? No one will remember that, but I do remember that. It was funny. Do you think we can win the league? Europa League, says MGWA Freeze. I don't want to. You know what you get for the Europa League? Champions League football and a second-rate European Cup for a load of games. You get Champions League football for finishing 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th in the Premier League, and we'll do that. So the Europa League, I would be using our bigger, wider squad for that. Let us know what you think about the new way we're going to do previews. I think we're going to do them every Wednesday night at 8:30 when there isn't a midweek game. I can flip between things like very easily. So we'll start the show with, hey, hello and welcome to a match preview. Come into me with my live comments up. What are we thinking? This is how I think Jose will line up. I might even do one with me that we can click between. So if you like that rather than the pre-records, just drop us a like and let us know what you think. But I quite enjoy doing the live stuff because it means I can interact. I hate doing pre-records. It's boring. Really hope Sunderland get relegated, says Andre Robinson. Yep, so do I. I'm going to start putting this in because I will need it. Let's go. So I'm not being rude, but I will need that. The King of the North, Adam Fizz. Well, you know what to say in the live comments. Get on it like a carb on it. You won't win anything, says Sion Sommer. I thought you were a fake United fan. Dan Reed says, go on Fan TV and do a Jose rant about every other United channel live in front of Nation. What, how nobody wanted him? Yeah, that would be quite funny actually, wouldn't it? I'm a bit concerned as to what's going on here. Oh, I wonder what this thing in the white thing was. It's my mic. There we go. We don't want any mess ups. The Fan TV link is in the video description, so don't worry about that. And we've got a lot of things that I want to discuss about. Hopefully we're going to get to talk about Rooney, but we'll see what we says. Mark is love, Mark is life, says Paulie C. That's very nice of you. This video is clickbait. Nice one, Rhino. Mark, talk about Moyes on Fan TV. Yeah, be happy to. Goblins caught us live, which is good. What time will you go on? Any second really. I'm waiting for them to just Skype me and then we'll move across. So they've said that they'll be with us at about 9 o'clock. So my plan is to end this and you will all move over there and then hopefully I will be on and then we're away. I mean, they've currently got, it's their first night on YouTube actually, 112 watching now, so I don't know whether some of you have already moved over. So figures are starting to go up, which is good. In fact, Drawty's already on there. Some of you may have it up at the same time, I suppose. I never thought about that. That's probably why the figures are going up. Go and do a Jimmy Carr laugh. I don't know how. It's on a break. Mark, I think United will get relegated, says Lightning Raptor. I think you're on the drugs again. Get to the doctors, get some more. Mark, are you good at football in real life, says Ehab. Yes. I'll have to get that video out where I did 100 keep-ups in a suit off both feet. Yeah, I'm good. I think most of the lads on United Stand are good. Drawty was good. Kev's good. Martin's good. Alex is shit. I'm good. Yeah, we tried to get a few five-a-sides against Redman TV at the start of the season. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll do that. Never got back in touch with us when I chased them up. Although they do play games. But yeah, I'd love to get involved in some of that. I'm getting on a bit now, but I am good. We should buy Bale, says Rohan. I think Griezmann next summer would be my signing. Silverback DP saying Ravel Morrison there. A few people have mentioned him today. He's a nobody. He's blown his talents. He's at Lazio. I think the only reason he's getting mentioned is because Ferdinand said that Ravel Morrison was better than Pogba. Remember, Ferdinand wanted Sam Allardyce as England manager. That's what I'd say. Just because you're a good footballer doesn't mean you talk sense. And he talks a lot of rubbish, Rio, to be fair. We need a centre-back, Marek, I totally agree. Not a lot happening with that, and we're going into the season now. But what I said before is how great it is that we are going into a season with all of our transfer business done. It's superb. It's absolutely superb. So, yeah, that's great. One thing I could do is, I'm just going to move over to here. No, I won't. I'll move back. It's fine. It takes seconds to do. It's just something I need to do for Skype, you see. But yeah, I would love Manolas to happen. I think a lot of us would do. It'd be great, but I've got a funny feeling that it won't. I don't know why. They have bought Vermaelen, haven't they? So we'll just see. Do you think we still need new signings if we want to win the league? Says Steph Stain. No, this team should be good enough to win the league. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but it should be. You wish you had Stones, says King Hassie. I don't. You know what? I said it last night. I've got nothing against the signing of John Stones. I wouldn't have gone. I think 40 million was probably what he was worth, and I don't think anyone was going to get any less than that because of the English tax. At the start of the summer, I thought he was a decent signing, and I thought Jose might go after him because he wanted him from Chelsea. But Jose's answered that in the last couple of weeks and said, yeah, I like John Stones, but he's not the right signing for Manchester United. He's too young. We've got enough young people at the moment already. So he's not the right signing for United. And he's for £50 million. He's not England's centre-back. He's got a lot of mistakes in him. And I think Jose would turn him into a decent centre-back. Under Martinez, who's not a very good defensive coach, he got exploited. Martinez is a bit like Pep. It's all about what you do forward. I think Stones will have problems under Pep, who I believe is a fraud, and I don't think you'll get the best out of him. We'll see. Mark, what do you do besides United Stand? On TV, Fan TV, say the presenter is an annoying, hairy, fat prick. He's not on tonight. It's the one on tonight's not hairy. Stones was 37th in tackles for centre-backs last season, said Red Memphis. Yeah. He doesn't look like the sort of player who's going to bulk out to me as well. He looks like quite a skinny. Live comments have stopped. Sorry, sometimes that happens. You just have to let me know. It should start going again. Sometimes it does that when I flick between the screens. Do we have enough pace in our team, says Jade Cowens? Well, that's a very good question. When you think about the likes of Mkhitaryan, you think about the likes of... They're calling me in 5 minutes. Okay, they're going to call in 5 minutes. Right, I think what we'll do is I'm going to end this live Skype now. But let me just say about the pace, because that would be very unprofessional. You've got the likes of Mkhitaryan, Lingard, Memphis, Martial, Pogba's fast. So that's a few for you. Herrera's quite fast. You've got Luke Shaw, you've got Valencia, you've got Ashley Young. There's a lot of pace in our team. It's implementing it. If you play a midfield of Fellaini, Rooney and Carrick, it's a slow midfield. We need a quicker midfield. So you've got to put Carrick, at least Pogba in there and Rooney. Ideally, Carrick, Pogba, Mkhitaryan number 10. Maybe put Lingard on that right unless we're going to sign Lozano. So there is pace there. We just need to play the right players. Thanks everybody for watching. The link to the video description for Fan TV is in the video description. I'm also going to tweet it out as well. Get on it, like a carb on it. I shall speak to you all later. Drop us a like. Looking forward to this Fan TV thing. Get over there. Let's boost their figures. They currently have 159 watching. I expect that to boost up massively when we end here. Go over there now. Link in the video description. Second paragraph down. Or get off Twitter. And I shall see you all over there very soon. Can't wait. Thanks everybody for watching.